sleeping around different for men and for women?
See, I don't believe in a double standard, but I say if you're single, do it. But you're still looked down upon, aren't you?
I think it's different for women because we carry more of an emotional attachment to it, whereas men, they just do it for the sake of doing it.
Okay, see like this, yeah? When you're a woman, someone's putting it inside you, innit? So that's unit, like that's your sort of space, innit? But when it's someone else, it's a man, they're just going in and out, they're going to the next one, do you know what I mean? So it's like for girls with more man, it's like, do you know what I'm saying?
No, I agree.
Yeah.
I'm here to talk to you about Mgtow. Some of you may have heard of it, but don't really understand what it is, and others may be vehemently opposed to it. However, I believe it is critical that we have an open dialogue about it so that we can better understand each other. Please join me in addressing the female perspective on why they believe men go their own way. What's alarming is that they have a legitimate reason to do so. Men going their own way is a huge issue for women, with a movement of men choosing to avoid relationships with women entirely. While the reasons for this decision differ from person to person, there are some common themes. They have seen friends and family members get burned by divorce and child custody battles, and don't want to put themselves in danger. Others believe that feminism has soured the dating pool so much that it's not worth bothering women, and still others have simply had bad experiences with women in the past and have given up on trying. The fact remains that Mgtow is a growing trend and has a significant impact on the dating landscape. There are several implications of this trend for women. First, there are fewer eligible men on the dating market, which can make it difficult for women, particularly those over 30, to find a partner. Second, Mgtows tend to be successful and driven men who would make good partners and fathers. So while they may not be interested in relationships themselves, their absence still leaves a void in the lives of many women. For us, our children, and for you to find a mate, if you've been told your entire life that you're evil and wrong just for being a male, that you have toxic masculinity for being a man, a population of fine men is leaving because they're tired of women. The only message most men in the world receive is that they are clumsy clowns. Television shows are full of idiot men and advertisements are full of buffoons. Society is against them because they all hear about how stupid males are. Why aren't the masses of women marching in the streets to change the rules governing alimony, child support, and child custody? In recent years, there has been a greater emphasis on gender equality, which has resulted in many positive changes for women, who now have more significant opportunities and recognition than ever before. However, there is a downside to this. In some cases, the increased emphasis on gender equality has resulted in reverse discrimination against men. For example, employers may be more likely to hire a woman over a man, even if the man is better qualified for the job. Because they are afraid of being accused of sexism, talented men are being passed over for jobs that they are fully capable of doing. While it is critical to promote gender equality, it is also critical to do so in a way that does not discriminate against either gender. Women have historically been oppressed and treated as second-class citizens, but this is rapidly changing. In recent years, women have made significant strides toward achieving equality in the workplace and in society as a whole. As women continue to demand equal treatment, it is clear that they also want to be seen as superior to men. This is evident in how women are now pursuing careers that were once considered exclusively male domains, such as business and politics. Men are more likely than women to be killed by their intimate partners, yet our society still blames men for all relationship problems and violence. This needs to change. Men must be able to speak up about abuse without fear of being mocked or dismissed. I believe that men must initiate change. Women's lives will not change unless men study, define, and alter their lives in various ways. There are many theories as to why women despise men. Some believe it is due to historical factors such as patriarchy and sexism, while others believe women are wired to be more emotional and less logical than men. However, the most likely explanation is a combination of nature and nurture. In other words, women have been conditioned to hate men by the societies in which they live, but they also have biological tendencies that make them more likely to feel hostility towards men. The bad news is that I frequently believe that the 20th century was when women brought about all of these massive changes, and that the 21st century will be when men adjust to the changes brought about by women. This is an incorrect and dangerous way of looking at things. The reality is that the 21st century is a time when both men and women are working together to create positive change. It's no secret that men and women can be quite different when it comes to communication and social interaction. And while there are certainly advantages to having both genders represented in any given situation, there are also times when men should stick to their kind. One of those times is when women are overly critical or hostile towards them. Unfortunately, there are far too many women out there who want nothing more than to tear men down, and engaging with them is simply not worth the hassle or stress. As a result, Men frequently choose to isolate themselves and avoid interactions with these types of women. After all, no one wants to be around someone who is constantly attempting to bring them down. So the next time you see a man keeping to himself, don't be too quick to judge him. He may simply be trying to avoid a bad situation. Don't forget to hit the like button to help spread the word about this video. Thank you for taking your daily dose of red pills, and remember that a red pill a day keeps bad poker hands away. So have a good rest of your day and cheers.